The Warp agent can now interact with any terminal command, which is so useful for navigating CLIs, shell commands, SSH, or anything else you want to do. For this example, I'm going to ask Warp to open a Postgres shell so that we can debug some stuff in our database. This is going to run the interactive shell with pSQL, and Warper's going to hop in to monitor the command and help me write queries. I don't know my way around the database, so I'm just going to ask for the table info in plain English, and Warp is going to ask to run commands inside of the shell. This gives me an option to allow that command to be run, and an option to auto-approve in the future, so we only need to check in once. And you can edit these permissions globally from your AI profile settings. You can choose to ask on the first write as we saw, always ask, or always allow. From here, the agent's able to work with the shell and page through the results and then come back with a human-readable result. And if I want to, I can hit the takeover button to write commands myself. And if I want to hand the control back to the agent, I can click on the same button to do so. Now that I understand our table setup, I'm going to ask it to make a SQL query, and it'll run that in the background and come back with a human-readable result. You can also use Warp to interact with longer-running commands like servers. Here I'm going to ask Warp to debug this internal server error pointing to the session endpoint. Here I'm sending an example request in the background, and Warp is going to notice that in real time, kill the server, and go off to make a code diff to correct the error that we're seeing. And there's really no limit to what you can do. You can ask Warp to play a text adventure game and navigate through a dungeon. Or ask Warp to navigate Vim and tell you how to quit without having to remember the commands. Or even order coffee for you over SSH if you're into that for some reason. Try it out on the latest version of Warp.